All right, folks. This is the market recap of Tuesday of the 5th/20th/2025. Today, there was no setup. There was a setup during London session, but as you guys know, we don't trade London session. There was a 1 to 3 RR in London session, but we couldn't take it because we do not trade the London session. But for New York, we still have the same bots as yesterday on Monday. We still were bearish here, but we just had an extra confluence, which is the daily SMT here, which is still kind of holding here, kind of still shocking here, right? So on the higher time frame, we have a daily right over here, and what I see a daily classic profile to the downside, Monday high of the week because of SMT. That Monday high will highly now hold, by the way, keep that in mind. So yeah. We as well have we have a special daily range. We have a premium ERL discount IRL, which is could be this for right got better view as well. As well of that, we have a SMT series to the downside, another daily SMT, another daily series to the downside. We have a SMT with the weekly series high, as we have another SMT right over here, which looks like it's gonna get broken through, which is a good thing actually. If tomorrow I may have a whole different bias. Tomorrow I may just go bullish here, because of the classic profile to the upside. And when that happens, we could just be bullish on that, or we could close above this high right over here and eventually be bullish for the next day. Because this one, it could be a premium, could be a ERL back to IRL, then from IRL back to ERL. So we could potentially do. So yeah, but as of right now, today's trade, or I mean not trade, today's market with the same buys yesterday. Weekly to the downside, or weekly IR to ARL. Next week, I'm highly likely to be bullish because of the monthly candle. The monthly candle is overall a bearish candle. So next week, I'm only looking for longs. Keep that in mind. Next week is only looking for longs here. But it's only if we have context to the upside. If we don't have context, we're not going to take it. But if we do have context to the upside, we will be taking longs here. But it's very, on the monthly time frame, it's very hard to tell what type of weekly candle this. This does look like to be a bearish candle. So says it needs to close at a fair price. We are looking for the last week to be a retracement. And there's a big ass week in the monthly candle, so we could definitely see a push upside or downside for the next week. But that's next week, so we don't know. We still have 3 days for that day. But as of right now, we have a weekly IRL to ARL, weekly series upside, which you can see you do have very complicated bias here. So that's why it's kind of harder to trade this day. It was very easy actually. It's very easy. The trade was easy, but a lot of people got clapped. So that's what I could say. They got clapped. On the lower time frame, we have the same thing here with premium. We have a daily range here of range high, range low. We are looking for a new continuation as well. That we had a bearish order flow. The order flow is still relatively bearish until this month close of this. So relatively the order flow is bearish still until this high gets broken through, and eventually the order flow is into a bullish order flow. As you can see right over here, market during this today, we didn't really had much here. We just had a rejection buzz at key level, range high, and not much here going on, right? We had this new continuation. We didn't even take a trade here today, so there's literally no point. But it's definitely a lesson out of this here. Now there's no lesson here, but market recap. Market project to have the 4 CRT. Yeah, there's definitely a lesson here. So those who took this as a near continuation and took a short, they got wrecked. Because if you're not a continuation, I mean what I mean is that they use an hourly CRT. So if you have a 4 CRT in your continuation, you prioritize the higher time frames, the 4 CRT. You do not trade the hourly CRT. You primarily trade the 4-hour CRT, and that's it. No hourly CRT in a new situation if there is a 4-hour CRT, because higher time frame power, and the hourly CRT will get disrespected hard. So yeah, that's a quick lesson from this actually trade. You can see that we got a CRT right over here. If we were to take a short in a 5-minute here, you would have gone stopped out. But good thing that the market told us, okay, we're no longer looking for our hourly CRT. We're now looking for the 4-hour CRT. Says we're looking for a 4-hour CRT. We're looking for a 15-minute Marlboro ones. So at first, Right over here, 10-15, push out the high. Went the right time of the purge. We're looking for the right model 1. Market did not give us the right model 1. Goes up higher. Eventually, market gives another model 1, which is not the right model 1. Eventually, the market goes lower, but goes right back up higher since the wrong model 1. And eventually, on the fucking, what is this called? On the 1:30 p.m. macro, which is the Venom model macro, would have had no Venom model macro either. So yeah, pretty off day here. But this is my market recap. Not much happened here. Beautiful day. But the Monday trade will have a lot of lesson, which I'll make a video on it right now. So I'll see you guys later. Peace out. See you guys in that video. Peace. Very viable lesson on that video.